Back at it one more time for the ladies. Women's Wednesday, man. Let's see what kind of laughs the ladies can give us today. All right. Welcome back to Eddie B TV. I am, of course, Eddie B. Nice to see y'all. And we are back at you again today for another reaction video. And on this Women's Wednesday of stand-up comedy, we're going to get into another one from Sarah Millican today. All right. Well, from the first clip that I saw of Miss Millican here, or I should say Mrs. Millican, she is married if I do recall. She's just really like this school teacher, girl next door, wholesome type looking female, but she's got like the most coolest vulgar material, man, you know, and it really does it really does put a smile on my face to know that there's a lot of ladies out there who know how to tell a good joke and don't know how to keep it hidden behind all this femininity and being all fragile and stuff like that, you know. They got some swag too, and you got to pay attention to it, and you got to give them props for it. So yeah, we're gonna get into another one from Sarah Millican, and this one is gonna be titled Parenthood. Oh, okay. Well, I think I do remember in a couple other clips maybe that I saw that she was talking about how she's not a mother and she's not really big on parenthood and kids and all that. But you know, those were just like probably like a few scattered comments. But yeah, apparently this whole bit is about just that. So yeah, we're gonna get into it like I said. So Sarah Millican with Parenthood. And if you like this reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going. All right. Well, continuing on with this, man, Women's Wednesday of stand-up comedy, you know, unfortunately for this brain right here, I probably wouldn't have gotten to so many female stand-up comedy clips if it wasn't for keeping it as a day during the week, you know. My mind just sticks to what I'm, you know, normally into, you know, and I've been trying to open that up, but hey, that's why I got this going. So hopefully you guys appreciate it, because I very much do. Hey, I'm having a lot of fun with this. Had a couple of clips that weren't so funny, but yet we managed to get a few chuckles out of me and all that good stuff. So yeah, hopefully we can keep that going, you know what I mean? So let's do it. Sarah Millican with Parenthood, right here on Eddie B TV, Women's Wednesday of stand-up comedy. Let's get our laugh on, people. All right, let's get situated with this one here. Here we go.
But I told you I don't have children. Give us a cheer if you have got kids. Yay. And if you haven't, yay. More energy, I like it. I don't have children and it's by choice, I just don't really like them. I've never been very maternal, apart from the tiny kittens. There's a reason right there, I shouldn't have fucking kids. I'm sorry, it just popped.
Oh, kill the kittens. Oh, that's brutal.
But I think if you ask any woman who doesn't have kids what would worry them about having kids, the answer would always be childbirth. It's quite a reasonable thing to worry about, isn't it? Because what you're basically doing is you're forcing a person out. That's what you're doing, you're forcing a person out. I've never forced a person out. I forced a couple in. With a shoehorn.
Oh, man.
No, it was just me thumb. I think one of the reasons I'm not very good with kids, I was never around them as a child. I was always the youngest. My mum had my sister, then she had me, then she had her tubes tied. And when she went to the hospital for the appointment, the nurse said, "Are you sure?" And she said, "Yeah, I've had a chat with my husband. We only wanted two. We've got two. Like to go ahead with the procedure." And the nurse said, "What if one of them dies?" And my mum was like, "It's not like I just want any two." "Well, we've got to set the bunk beds. It seems a shame to waste one."
Oh, my God. That came from a doctor? Wow.
But I do have some friends who are mothers, and mothers do a brilliant job, don't get me wrong, but the kind of mothers that I don't like, and you all know one of these, are the kind of mothers who have 4 or 5 children and who think that you don't know how to do anything because you don't have kids. It can be the simplest of tasks, you know, the sort of thing, sort of, well, I mean, I know how to open a tin of beans because I've got children. Do you know how you'd know how to open a tin of beans? Because you don't have children, do you? No. Aww. I could probably open a tin of beans with me fanny, but I bet you fucking couldn't.
No.
With a ring pull as well. I say that so you don't think I've got a big jaggedy fanny.
Oh my goodness, jaggedy, huh? I know what Fanny means now. Yo, I know.
But I was in a shop and this little boy came running over, maybe about 5-year-old, came running over, put his hand in mine and shouted, "Mommy!" And I thought, ooh, I sometimes forget me keys, but I think I'd remember that. And then his dad came over and I thought, wonder if this is like the best shut-up line ever. And his dad's gonna go, no, that's not your mommy. Remember, your mommy left us because my willy's too big.
Oh, stupid. Men, right?
But I had to go to family planning just before Christmas. Oh, my God. I was the oldest by 20 years. I was mortified. And the lady said, "Do you want some free condoms while you're here?" And I thought, out for out. Just before Christmas, probably use them as stocking fillers or something. And she said, "Would you like flavoured ones?" And I thought, yeah, bugger, this is advanced compared to when I used to go. And I said, "Look, love, I'm 35. The only flavour I'd want the condom to taste of is cock." Apparently they don't do those.
Oh, she's a nut.
So they settled for our 2 most popular lines, which were Lambrini and Greg's Pasties.
Damn. Oh, my goodness, man. I love this woman, man.
See? Told you there'd be some cock ones coming round for you, Flower.
Oh, okay, that's the end of that. Okay. All right. Well, she never disappoints, man. Yes, there are a couple of words that she said in there that I did remember were not what I was thinking the first time. But yeah, man, still funny, man. Wow. All right, that was excuse me. That was Sarah Millican with Parenthood, y'all. Well, good. Let's go ahead and unpack a little bit. I think personally that if you have the types of vibes that she has when it comes to kids, shouldn't have kids. You know, a lot of people will say in these little cutesy little ways that, like I heard this one. I was on a TV show. I don't remember exactly what show it was or a movie could have been, but it's like a woman becomes a mother when she's pregnant, right? When she finds out she's pregnant, she's a mother. A man becomes a father when he sees his kid, you know? And I think to an extent that's very much true. And the reason is because men don't get pregnant, you know what I mean? So we don't feel the same things that women are feeling as the person is like growing inside of them, you know what I mean? Starting from a fetus, leading towards a newborn baby and all that. And a lot of people, like she said, she just wasn't very maternal. I don't know if being the youngest kid in the family has anything to do with that, psychologically or something like that. I couldn't tell you. But the way she described it kind of made sense a little bit. Like, I don't have kids myself, but I was the firstborn, you know what I mean, of my mother's 6 kids. And the more I think about it, the more I just kind of think that, well, if it wasn't for all the scares and all the irresponsible behavior I was showing as a kid when it came to sex and all that, maybe I'd have some kids by now, you know, but never got the pleasure, you know what I mean? Females looked at me and just like decided I'm going straight to the clinic if I do get pregnant. I know, ouch, right? And other females that I was with, we just decided that it wasn't the right thing to do at the time. And then, you know, here I am now in my late 30s, you know, no kids, you know. You know, I'm with my lady, she's got her 2 girls and all that, but it's not the same thing. You know, stepfather is a very disregarded role in more ways than you could ever imagine. You know, I don't have a problem with kids, you know what I mean? I think kids are by far very, very simple. And what I mean by that is, to the parents watching, I don't mean like it's like a, you know, easy as pie or a piece of cake kind of job. But I'm saying simple as far as knowing what you need to do to raise a kid. It's obviously very, very hard to do because you got to get that kid from birth, well, actually from conception, as it turns out for the lady, for conception to 18, and sometimes not even that. Sometimes 25, 21, 25, maybe even 30, or maybe even their whole damn lives. You know, it's a never-ending job. And I was always ready for that, you know what I mean, in here and in here. But the women that I was with wasn't ready for it by looking at me from here and from here. You know, it's a trippy thing how life works. You know, if you be yourself, you never know what you might come up with. Could be a good or a bad thing depending on what you're missing out on. And I'm missing out on parenthood, so don't have any regrets, by the way. I love being myself, man, more than ever, by the way. Back then when I was young, it was when it was all bad. But, you know, kids are very very interesting in many different ways, aside from just overall parenting. You know what I mean? Kids can be used as weapons. Kids can be used as bait. You know, kids can be used, you know, just to for sympathy. You know, it's just a lot of people use kids for a lot of other things other than actually just parenting them, which is kind of sad. You know, that's another reason why if you find yourself in a position where parenting is like almost there for you, you should really, really think about it. You know, there's a lot of ways that kids are used for financial gain too, and that's another reason why you shouldn't be allowed to have kids. You know, I mean, when I hear things like from women like my body, my choice, you know what I mean? Ooh, man, that rubs me the wrong way in so many ways. Not the ways that some females might think coming from a man, obviously, but when it comes to like, you know, all these money hungry women that are getting pregnant by like rich people just to like get a paycheck and all that, you shouldn't be allowed to have kids, you know, in my opinion. You know, and it's not your body, your choice. It's our sex, our choice. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's not my fault that I was born a man and you were born a woman and you're the one who carries the baby. You know what I mean? You still can't alter people's lives in any way you see fit, which is where the conflict comes in when it comes to that statement for me. But, you know, that's a whole nother conversation right there. But overall, if you guys have kids, understand a couple of things. I think I might have said this on a few other videos, but when you have kids, you don't have a life anymore other than having that kid. You know what I mean? A lot of parents try to still squeeze in a social life. You know, a lot of parents who didn't even work out as a couple together, they split up and then they want to try to, you know, build up a lifestyle with somebody else. And, you know, they leave their kids with babysitters and things like that. And kids wonder, where's mama? Where's daddy? Something like that. You know, it's a trippy thing, you know, and I'm a firm believer, and this is just me, maybe it's the conservative in me, I guess, but I'm a firm believer in mom and dad in the same area raising that kid. And if that's not happening, no kid. That's just me, you know what I mean? Like, I think that when people say that, well, you know, not all families are the same, well, that seems more like you're making it okay to be an irresponsible person. You know what I mean? No, I don't think people make their own families. I think they settle for the ones that they end up getting because they didn't have a choice in the matter. You know, I would have if I had known that me whining and screaming at the top of my lungs would have kept my mom and whoever my dad is together, I would have did it 1,000,000 times over, because it ain't about you. It's about everyone as a collective, parents, kids, you know, household, jobs, all that stuff. But, you know, a lot of people like assume that they have a choice, you know. The law has allowed you to have a choice, but it doesn't mean that you really have one, you know. You know, take the higher road, you know what I mean, whatever you might think that is. But yeah, man, I like how Sarah Millican really talks about whatever subject she's talking about, because she really breaks it down, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's not like people with good heads on their shoulders really came to decisions lightly, you know, because if you're a single person with no kids and you want to go have, you know, casual sex with a bunch of people, then you're using protection, right? Obviously, you're doing things responsibly. Some people might think you're being like a irresponsible person because you sleep around, but no, there's a way to sleep around and actually be responsible with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot of people like that, you know? And there's also a lot of ways that you could just make one single choice, you know what I mean, and then have it end up completely altering your entire life forever, and you didn't want it, but then you were caught up in this like conflict of, if I do this, what are people gonna think of me? And yeah, there's another one right there. Do not ever make any decisions on what other people might think of you. That is the dumbest thing you could possibly do, because nobody else is gonna be down with you raising that kid, man. So don't even think about that. There's so much more stuff to unpack with this whole thing, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off right there, man. One more time, Sarah Millican with Parenthood. And if you like that reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going, like I always say. So yeah, man. Another good clip from Sarah Millican, man. You know, I'm trying to like, you know, not, you know, overdo clips of her, you know, just to have people thinking that I'm only down to get a lot of views or something like that. I'm trying to have fun first and foremost, yo. And that's the thing that matters to me the most. Anything else that happens, whatever money I might earn or whatever, how many views and popularity, subscribers, that's a bonus, you know, on top of what's already a good thing. You know, me having fun, reacting to things that I haven't seen before with you guys, and, you know, we exchange dialogue in the comments, you know. Hey, it's a nice little long distance friendship, relationship that we got, you know? It's what I like, you know what I mean? It's a very cool thing. So yeah, man, it's gonna be Eddie B TV signing off. One more again here. Women's Wednesday, another clip from Sarah Millican in the books. And I don't know, man, like some of the things that I say, no matter what the subject is, people might get in their feelings and like look at me all twisted, but hey, it's just my opinions based on my experiences or lack of experiences, you know? You know, it's like a little mixture of all worlds there. You know, there's a lot of people, you know, that feel like, you know, like if someone has something to say, like what she said in there also, just to unpack one more thing, she's talking about how certain people look at you like you're not capable of anything just because you have kids. Yeah, don't hang out with those parents, man. Let them find out just how lonely life is gonna be if they continue to think stupid like that. But yeah, man, yeah, thank y'all for tuning in one more time to this one, man. I had a lot of fun, man. She always makes me laugh, never disappoints, man, like I said before. And yeah, definitely gonna get to more of her in the future. If you guys got any specific clips that you like from Sarah Millican, please leave them in the comments so I have something to go on, because I wanna make sure I'm also getting more suggestions from people out of the way too. Yeah, so pretty much that's gonna be all she wrote. Thank y'all for tuning in one more time. Love and appreciate y'all. Peace.